For this problem, you basically have a piece of paper that you folded over to over here, from this corner over here. What we need to do is find this length over here, which is the length of one of the sides that you folded over, so that the length of the new line that you made is as small as possible. So I've gone ahead and I've done a few of the fundamental steps in this problem that'll really help you out. If you move this 8 over here, then you can see you have a bunch of triangles. You can fill in over here because it's 8 minus x. And then for this, you can use Pythagorean's theorem. And we could also find this. I guess I can just go ahead and do it. It would be the square root of x squared minus 8 minus x squared. And I guess we could just leave it like that for the time being. Okay, so now I need to find some sort of similarities between all of these so I can go ahead and do something. Well, I have 3 right angles, then I have this angle over here and this angle right here, this and this. If I could say that these triangles are similar, then I can prove some mad stuff. Okay, so let's think. We have one angle right over here, and now this angle right over here is going to be equal to this angle right over here, and this angle right over here is going to be, or congruent to, to this angle right over here. And you can see that because this angle has a 90 degree in this angle in it, and this angle has a 90 degree in this angle in it, and the same thing for this has this and this in it, and this has this and this in it, so they must be all congruent. Works out nice and easy. So now we can prove some proportions. I can say 8 over the square root of x squared minus 8 minus x quantity squared equals the square root of y squared minus x squared over x, okay? And now I'm going to want to solve this in terms of y. I guess I'm going to square both sides, so I can say 64 over x squared minus 8 minus x squared equals y squared minus x squared over x squared. And I need to still put this in terms of y, so I'm going to be multiplying by some more stuff. I'm going to cross multiply over here. I'm going to say 64x equals times x squared minus 8 minus x squared. And you can go on and on and on from here. Putting this over here, and you can solve for y, like you can say y squared minus x squared equals 64x over, and then you could say y squared equals 64x over and then you can solve for y, and then what you would do, I'm just, for the sake of time, I'm just going to say y equals whatever. What you would do is you would plug that y into this triangle right over here, and then you would be able to solve for x. And what you end up getting, I'm just going to skip a bunch of steps over here because the rest is just algebra. The important part was over here, is that x is going to end up being equal to 6. Basically, you just solve for y, and then you plug in y for here, and then you could just solve normally. Or you could just plug in y to even these proportions, and it should all work out. Because then you'd have it in terms of x, and then everything can simplify and cancel out. But that is what you get, x equals 6. And this is a very interesting problem because when you're a kid, you might have thought of things like this, and here's your answer a bunch of years later. So thank you much for watching, and goodbye.